Thanks so much, Joey. Hi, everyone. I'm Rob Hughes, and joining me from San Diego is author, professor, composer, and musician. He does it all, folks. Cain. John, thanks so much for being with us today. Now, so much to talk about. You've been all over the world. You're a successful musician, author, and you sing in 5 languages. The list goes on and on. But today, you're actually in Yuma, right, for a book signing at Barnes & Noble. Tell us about the book.
And first of all, thank you for having me here. It's just a pleasure to be here. I was at the Barnes & Noble today signing books and meeting the public. And tomorrow, I'll be at Northern Arizona University to do a performance and a seminar on subjects in the book, but mostly about Latin music and jazz music.
Okay, outstanding. And the book is called Life's a Good Gig. It's actually called A Gringo's Musician's Journey into the World of Latin Music. Why do you call yourself a gringo musician?
Well, you probably can't tell from looking at me, but I'm a gringo. And although I do eat a lot of Mexican food, but I ended up being one of these musicians who became enamored with Latin music and took it upon myself to immerse myself in the Latin culture and study the music. And I actually traveled with musician buddies of mine in years past to various Latin American countries and Spain to study the music and learn all about it and kind of touch into the core and the soul of Latin music.
And then what else does the book talk about? I mean, it talks about a ton of different genres. It even talks about origins of hip-hop. It talks about, of course, Latin music. Now, kind of tease what else it talks about, but don't give it away.
Well, the book, it's like a concerto, I like to say. There's about 3 themes. There's the treatises on various types of music and philosophy of music. And then there's the travel stuff about traveling to these other countries. But then it's also kind of a behind-the-scenes peek into the secret, crazy, fun world of average working musicians. You know, I was at the Barnes & Noble bookstore today, and I noticed all the books are about famous guys like George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and Napoleon, but they never write about the grunt soldiers on the front lines. And it's the same in the music business. It's always about the celebrities, you know, the famous people. Well, my book, Life's a Good Gig, is about the guys who aren't famous, but who do it anyway and who are out there in the front lines, in the nightclubs and the bars and the roadhouses and playing wedding receptions, hacking it out every day.
Would you recommend to try and get into the music business? You kind of know at the end of the book you kind of give some tips, some advice.
Yes, I have briefly a 3-point advice. Number 1, you got to know yourself. Number 2, once you know yourself, you can follow your heart. And number 3, if music is your passion, number 3 is never, 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 ever, ever give up.
That's advice we all can take for any profession, right?
I think so.
All right. Well, you also have a CD that accompanies the book, right? Tell us about that real quick. I know you have the song From TJ to LA, which is #1 song on the track.
That's right, and a lot of Latin music, all original songs I wrote, have some great musicians accompanying me. Kiko Henry Jimenez from Puerto Rico doing the percussion. Jose Molino Serrano is doing some of the guitar work. And just some great fun kind of, I call it gringo salsa music.
Excellent. And also on your website, which is lifesagoodgig.com, you also are a children's author right now. You have a children's CD and a bunch of other stuff.
I have a children's CD called Silly Songs and Lullabies, and there's a book that goes with it, the Silly Songs and Lullabies Reader.
Excellent, excellent. Well, where can our viewers catch you next? I know you said you're going to be at Northern Arizona University tomorrow, correct?
At 10:50.
Okay.
In the music room there.
Okay, and then the website again, lifesagoodgig.com, where you can get T-shirts, mugs even, right?
That's right.
Get a copy of the book from Amazon, of course, and the CD. Well, thanks so much, John, for joining us. I appreciate it. Make sure you get John's CD and book. I read it myself. It's great. And coming up next, we're going to have all of your Oscar highlights. Stay with us. We'll be right back.